Hi, you're watching a video cast of Siku Marketing. My name is Sepo James and we are representing our portfolio, which is Kotini Clothing Apparel. Now, by defining this problem, we figured out that Kotini uses social media such as Facebook, WhatsApp, and Instagram to market their products. Now, this is a problem because the end user needs to jump from one platform to another, to achieve a specific goal. Why not one? So this is why we came through and we are creating a website for this particular brand. Now let's look at the pestle of this particular brand in terms of legal and political. South Africa has been affected by the coronavirus pandemic since last year, which is 2020. A lot of restrictions have happened. 50% capacity of visits in a particular store, the movements, social distancing, wearing of masks, and so forth have affected how businesses are selling their products and how consumers are behaving in terms of how they are buying, the frequency of buying, and so forth. Now, looking at the international environment, the coronavirus pandemic has opened doors to the online market, and the online platforms are now booming at this particular moment. Now, with shipping being with a huge advantage, or courier services, this is where the online platform is able to create relationships with these particular brands in order for products to be reached to the end users. Now, the physical environment is actually being affected by things like rent, electricity, water, or rather the rates. Now, with 50% capacities that have been implemented by the government, the business is unable to reach its idealistic sales that it's supposed to because of people are afraid of the coronavirus pandemic and stuff. Now, let's look at technology. Technology has created a sense of convenience. Customers are able to log online, choose items, make purchasing decisions, and therefore track their deliveries online in one platform. Look at takealot.com as a typical example of this particular operation. Now, the economic aspect is affected by inflation, where income of end users is lower than it has not been increased, rather, from their sources of income, such as where they work. And then from the prices of products that have been sold into the market have gone up, that kind of thing. And interest rates, it's where the rand against the US dollar, where people are making international buy purchases, such as your super billist, which is a typical example around this. Unemployment, consumer income, monetary policy, and the business cycle are those are the things that are affected by the economic aspect of pestle. Now, the socio-cultural environment is influenced by the economy and technology. The demographics follow trends, lifestyles, cultural values determine the purchasing decisions at which consumers make in this particular day and age. Now, the strengths of Kotini is that of the relations, expertise, skills, intuitive knowledge, and the creation of this brand. Now, having a one-on-one interaction on social media is one of the strengths the business has, because it needs to apply its sense of empathy in order for end users to believe in what these people are selling to them. Now, we're looking at the brand's weakness, which is its lack of online presence, which is a website rather, and therefore it loses potential customers because customers tend to get used to buying things in a certain way. So if I have to jump from one platform to the next, such as Facebook, WhatsApp, and Instagram, the products that I'm going to buy may seem quite dodgy, and I may not believe that I will receive this particular product that I purchased, which is a weakness for the brand. Now, the business's opportunity, it's a social media platform to promote its products for customers to be making their purchasing decisions, which is a unique selling point of the business at this particular moment. Now, having to interact with customers with using sense of empathy, it's a huge advantage because it sets them aside, it sets them apart from the rest of the businesses, which can be its unique selling point for this matter. And finally, the threats are that of the business doesn't have an established website, and therefore its competitors have a huge advantage because they are able to develop websites already, or rather they have developed a website and they have gained a huge market share than the business has done. Now, looking at the target market that we identified is that of the Black Diamonds community. We know that these people are wealthy, they are earning a salary, they are educated, and they are credit worthy. They live in urban areas where they have access to the internet. Now, looking at their demographic, Black Diamonds are employed, they have businesses as well. They are tech savvy because they own smartphones and laptops and desktops as well, and they have access to the internet. They use social media as well, and they fall within an LSM of 6 and 9. Looking at their psychography, they have a massive power spending, and they are status orientated and have a sense of individualism for this matter. And the buying behavior of the Black Diamonds community is that of regular and occasional, depending on the circumstances they are in. For instance, if the government has restricted them to travel in another province, rather, in order to make a purchase, they are able to log on the website and therefore make a purchase and wait for the for the product rather to be delivered to them. So the business is able to offer discounts and specials rather to encourage repeat purchases. Now, this target market is actually concentrated, which is what we chose to do because it's a single segment using online services. Which are niche focused. The brand is able to reach this particular target market anywhere in South Africa. The vision of Coutinho Clothing Apparel is that of inspiration and creativity to the soul of an African child. The brand purpose of Coutinho Clothing Apparel, it's that it sets progressive standards and by changing mindsets of Africans. Coutinho Clothing Apparel has a lifestyle that is inspirational, creative, and uplifting. The brand as a person is that of an African who is down to earth, creative, aggressive, and who knows thyself. The values of Coutinho Clothing Apparel includes inspiration, creativity, and authenticity. The brand's mantra is that of an authentic soul. This maintains emphasis on uniqueness, purity, and integrity. And finally, the brand's visual and verbal language is influenced by the spirit of Ubuntu. Now, looking at the smart communications objectives, we trying to find out if it's specific. Now, yes, because the goal of Coutinho Clothing Apparel is to gain 3% market share of the Black Diamond community rather. In a year, is it measurable? Yes, 3% market share of the Black Diamond community is possible to be reached in a year using online presence, such as using social media to market the website. For that matter, is it achievable? Yes, the Black Diamonds community have a high spending power. They follow trends and they have access to the internet. By using online advertising to reach them, the 3% market share is achievable within this year. Is it realistic? Yes, Black Diamonds community has a discretionary income to buy products. So the brand is selling using online resources. Is it timely? Yes. The goal is to reach Black Diamonds community 3% market share in the first year of its online operations. With promotional mixes, now looking at advertising, the brand can take advantage of online banners in other websites in order to direct users into its own website. Using personal selling, the brand needs to run promotions at malls that allow interactions with customers, using empathy to further educate them about the brand. Sales promotion will help attract new customers and existing customers to focus on short-term profits by using discounts, coupons, freebies, and other offers. With public relations, the brand can develop press releases, have radio and television interviews, and so forth in order to promote the brand. And finally, with direct marketing, the brand can use emails and SMSs to directly reach its users. This will help users participate and visit the website a lot often. Thank you for watching this presentation.